You are listening to New Music Monday on Wycombe Sound 106.6 FM with me, Rebecca Daniels, and today I am joined by Harlee. Harlee, how are you? Are you good?
Hello, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I am very good, thank you. Now, if you are listening to this and you think that you don't know who Harlee is, then you are most definitely wrong. You do know her because she is the voice behind this absolute banger. Oh, Harlee, what a tune. I could listen to that all day. How does it feel to be absolutely smashing life right now?
Definitely, like even when that song came out, obviously that's when the pandemic hit, and I was like, oh, it was like a proper kick in the teeth. But to be fair, like it still did bits, and
It
obviously
did.
from like after the pandemic, me and Joel have been able to do like quite a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Amazing. And music for you, has it been a forever thing? Like, how did that all begin?
Yeah, definitely. Ever since I was a kid, I used to like sing and dance when I was probably about five. I'd like put on a bit of a show for like my family, and like they'd like all love it. I was definitely like into dancing first. I think when I like heard songs, I was like moving and dancing to the beat, and like, and then I just it was when my dad got me into like Amy Winehouse, and I was like, I want to do that. Like she was like one of the first people that I ever listened to, and she's like one of my inspirations. So like her music really like spoke to me, and music's always been like therapy for me ever since, from like a young age, and like going through school and being a teen and like going through like hard situations in life. It's always been like there, and it's helped me through a lot. So it's definitely been a forever thing, and I hope it will be a forever thing. So
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure it will. I have no doubts because you're absolutely smashing it. I saw that you performed at the Hits Live the other day. That looked fun. How was that?
Yeah, Hits Live was amazing. So many people. Like just before I went on stage, I saw how many people there actually was, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm just about to like go out and like sing." It's scary, and I always get like super, super, super nervous, like just before I go on. But then as soon as I'm on the stage, and then I'm like, and then I do it, I'm like, I want to do it all over again. But yeah, it was wicked.
Yeah, you get that buzz, don't you, when you're on the stage? It becomes all worth it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So you performed with the king of the summer anthems, Joel Corry. How did that collaboration come about?
Yeah, so I wrote Lonely with two of my friends, Rob Harvey and Lewis Thompson, a few years back. And Joel was looking for his next potential, big song after Sorry. It's when Sorry was like doing well. And Lewis actually knew Joel anyway. So I met Joel through obviously like mutual friends, and like we were both into like the same music. And when he heard my stuff, he was like, "Oh my God, like I love your voice. Like we need to work together on the track." And I was like, "Oh my God, yeah, 100%," because Sorry is a banger, and I feel like we can make the next Sorry, if not bigger and better. And then yeah, we like got in the studio, and the bulk of the song was kind of already there, but we took it like the extra mile and like added everything that it needed, and like revocaled it, and added, because I'm pretty sure it was like the chorus that we had, so we added like a verse and a pre and a middle eight, and then yeah, that's kind of how it happened. And like we knew when we made it that it could potentially do some damage, and it did pretty well. And I think I'd say yeah to another Joel collab, and he might actually be working on something of mine anyway that's out pretty soon. So that's quite exciting.
Ooh. Oh my God, how exciting. And also, if you didn't just catch that, so Harlee is not just the voice behind Lonely, she is the mastermind as well, by the sounds of it. That's amazing. That's incredible. You've just become way cooler. So, do you do a lot of songwriting?
What'd you say? Sorry.
Do you do a lot of songwriting?
Yes, I write all my songs. So every song that I've featured on or like done myself, I've co-wrote. Um, I've like been writing ever since I was like 12, and I'm so glad I got into it, because I think writing is really important. Like writing your own stuff is like really important, especially if you want to like connect with people. And And it's like, it's nice to say like I wrote that, like that came from my chaotic brain that I just like blabbed out, like literally like the lonely chorus. You can ask anyone, I literally blabbed it out and I was like, just because you're lonely doesn't mean we go back. But I said to
Goosebumps.
the dark at first, and then we obviously like made sense of that because that just made absolutely no sense.
Mm.
And then yeah, that's how that came about. So it's a bit weird.
Well, I love that your blabbing turns into absolute hits, because I think my blabbing probably wouldn't be nice to listen to. So well done, you're killing it.
You don't know unless you try, though. I'll tell you that.
Maybe I'll maybe give it a go later, but when nobody's around, because I don't think you need to hear that. I actually had Antigone on my show a couple of weeks ago, and we had a moment to just have a little word with the universe and try to manifest some of her dream collaborations. So, aside from Joel Corry, if you could pick anyone, who would you like to collaborate with?
I've got two people just because it depends on like the genre and the genre that I'm going into. Mm-hmm. So I want to say for pop dance reasons, it's got to be Calvin Harris.
Oh, yes.
He is like one of my favorite producers, DJs, artists. I just think, yeah. I mean, he's never made a bad song, especially the ones with Dua Lipa. So it's got to be him. And then for like the more like ballad, mid-tempo kind of vibe, which I'm going to go into like in the future. I've got so many songs like that. It's got to be Adele. Adele.
Wow.
Adele.
Oh my God. I can't believe that Harlee and Calvin Harris hasn't already happened, because I feel like you two are a match made in heaven. And also Adele.
I think, yeah.
That would be incredible. Universe, do you hear that? Harlee featuring Calvin Harris and Adele coming soon. It's happening.
My God. Like, three of us on a song, that would be
wouldn't that be amazing? Book the studio, Harlee. It's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Reset, your baby. Congratulations on the release of your debut single. You must be over the moon. How does it feel?
Thank you very much. Yeah, I am absolutely buzzing. Held on to it for a good 2 years. It was hard, but it was worth it, and I'm just so glad it's out and you know, people are liking it.
2 years, that's such a long time. How come you had to hold on to that then?
Yeah, so when it was made back in like 2020. I think it was like around March time, and it was just before obviously like everything hit, and you know, the world kind of like shut down and everyone like stopped working. So it would have been the complete wrong time to like release something like that. And it was before I was signed with like a label, and yeah, so I feel like the timing right now was like perfect, and it gave me the chance to, you know, get like a few more features out and get my name more like well known and more out there, and like create a bigger like fan base. So yeah, I think those steps are like really important before you like take the big leap and do your own thing. But yeah,
definitely. Well, it's amazing. I personally love it. What was the inspiration behind the song and like the process?
Yeah, so I wrote it with Lewis Thompson, Rob Harvey, and Laura Welsh, which are they are good friends of mine. I've worked with them quite a lot. It's always a pleasure. They are incredibly talented, and we were actually at Rob's house, and it was a gloomy day, and we were just in Rob's like spare room where he has his studio, and yeah, I had like a little voice memo of like the chorus, and I kind of knew what I wanted to write about. I wanted to write about like regret, and you know, if you could change things, what would you change? And you know, that kind of like second chance thing, and maybe like taking an opportunity, or, you know, speaking your truth. And we kind of based it off Lewis's like chords. So when I write with people, I like to write to like a track. I can write to like silence, but it definitely has like, it gives like the vibe when there's like a track. And then Laura was like, okay, so if it's like going back, what if it's like press reset? And like the words like press reset, we were like trying to get it to sing, like, because it sounded a bit weird at first, but that was like the good thing about it. It was like, it's weird, but like that's kind of what makes it work. So we used that obviously in the chorus, and repeated it. So it was like the main hook and idea, and then we based everything around that. And then everything else just like came together, and we started the verse, you know, being like a bit more like visual, like it's been a year now, and still I think about, yeah, kind of like setting the scene and being like direct to the listeners. And yeah, we just like added things piece by piece, and then we knew it was a good one. So yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's anything to do with your songwriting skills. I'm sure it is, but I feel like it's a song that the lyrics just stay in your head really easily. There's some songs you have to listen to it a few times and you still don't really know what's going on. But I feel like with your song, I played it maybe twice on the radio and I knew the words. I sing along, Harlee. I probably don't sound as good as you, but I try.
Oh, that's good to know. That's like when people say it's catchy, it's like, well, you know, I'm glad I got the job done.
You did, definitely. You got the job done and then some. It is an absolute tune. If you haven't heard it, then you need to stick around because it is my track of the week this week, so I will be playing it shortly. But before that, and before I let you go, Harlee, I have a game that I would like to play with you. It's a quick fire quiz with a little bit of a twist, okay? But bear with me, I will explain. I am going to ask you a bunch of questions about Reset, so about the song. And basically, I'm going to see how well you know your own song, but you should be fine. One of the twists is...
I'm definitely not the best at these games, but I'll try.
You'll be fine. Just a bit of fun. You'll be fine. So one of the twists is you have 20 seconds to try and get 3 correct answers. Now, that doesn't seem like a long time, but whenever you get an answer right, I'm going to reset the clock. You see what I did there? I'm going to reset it. So the more answers you get right, the more time you buy yourself. So you'll be fine. Actually, you've got plenty of time to get the answers right. I hope they're not too difficult, but are you up for it anyway?
Yeah, I'm up for it, you know.
Yeah, let's give it a go. I won't start the timer until I've asked the first question, but then once it's running, it's just running. If you feel like you don't know the answer, then just say pass.
Okay.
And I might help you out as well and give you some clues. Right, should we do it? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah? You look a bit nervous.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
You'll be fine. Nervous. Right, question 1. So the timer's not started yet. What was the release date of Reset? Go. Come on, Harlee, you can do it.
Oh, my God. April 29th.
Yes. Okay, you got it. That was quite tense. I was panicking then. Okay, that means the timer gets reset because you got it right. So we're back to 0. So you've still got full 20 seconds. Question 2 is, how many times do you sing the word reset?
Oh my God. I don't have a clue. I'm gonna have to say 15.
That's not right. I'm sorry, Harlee. I'll give you the answer in a second. Which playlist did Spotify make you the cover of?
Dance Revolution.
Yes, you got it. Okay, reset the clock. We're on to question 4 now. You need to get one more right. Okay. Where did you perform Reset on the release day?
Casbah, Coventry.
Okay, there we go. She's done it. 3 correct answers. Yay! I can confirm, you sing Reset 10 times. You were close. You were so close.
I was going to say 10 or 15, but that was a hard one.
I know, that was a bit mean. I did try to catch you out with that one, so I'm sorry. I apologise. But yeah, 10 times. I've got some other questions. Timer's not on now. This is just for fun. But in the first verse of Reset, what do you not want to repeat?
History.
Yes. She knows the lyrics to her song, people. And then question 6, the last one. Who first played Reset on the radio?
Okay. I don't know if he was the first, but he was definitely the most prominent. So I'm going to say Mr. Jam.
I thought you might say that. Harlee, I think it was actually me, but I'll let Mr. Jam have it, okay? I'm just kidding. Harlee, you have been amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Before you go, just tell us, what can we expect to see from you in the future?
Definitely more songs, maybe more features, but definitely more solo stuff, an EP, album, lots of exciting things.
Lush, well, we can't wait to see what you do. Thank you again for joining me. Harlee, everybody.
I wish that we could press reset, move on and forget.